Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Feedback Learnex. I'm your host, Juan Carlos, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of coffee culture in Mexico City. Let's go! Although going to a cafe in Mexico City might seem like a normal thing to do, in the 18th century it was quite a novelty. According to historical records, the first coffee shops in Mexico opened their doors around 1790. The tradition of drinking coffee originated in Europe, specifically in Paris. However, it took some years for it to become popular in Mexico. Some of the first cafes in Mexico City were Café Manrique, Café de Medina, Café Veroli, Café Progreso, and the most crowded and elegant of them, Café de la Concordia, all located in the historic center. Although these cafes ceased to operate years ago, there are still some coffee shops that remain open to the public under a true tradition in Mexico City. Let's explore a few of them. Our first stop is Café Tacua, founded in 1912 by Dionisio Mollinedo, a native of Tabasco. This cafe has been a favorite among intellectuals and politicians, including Diego Rivera, Agustín Lara, and Porfirio Díaz. The walls are adorned with beautiful paintings, complemented by Talavera pottery, showcasing the best of Mexican architecture. Don't miss their delicious enchiladas, sweetbread, tamales, mole, and traditional Mexican desserts from their menu. Next on their list is Café Popular. Founded by Chinese immigrants Luis Fengyue, Café El Popular offers a variety of Mexican food packages. Their highlights include Chiapas coffee and Oaxacan chocolate. The experience is incomplete without trying one of their classic breads. And the best part is open 24 hours, 365 days a year. Moving on, we have Café La Pagoda. La Pagoda started as a branch of Café Popular, but gradually developed its own personality. It's famous for its service among those who enjoy the nightlife, as it stays open until late hours of the night. Now, let's step into Café La Blanca, inaugurated in 1915, located on the Cinco de Mayo street in the historic center. It initially served as a milk shop owned by Spanish entrepreneur Higinio Gutierrez. Over time, it added a menu of traditional Mexican food. Renowned artists and politicians have sat at its tables, making it a space filled with tradition. For a taste of history, we can't miss La Chureria El Moro in the historic center. It is one of the oldest cafes in the city, starting as a small churro cart owned by Spanish immigrant Francisco Iriarte. In 1935, it became one of the most popular spots during Mexico's golden age, hosting national and international celebrities. While their churros are a must-try, you can't forget to accompany them with their coffee or hot chocolate. Let's continue our journey with Café Villarias, founded in 1942 by Leoncio Villarias. After his exile from Spain, he opened this cafe that specializes exclusively in high-quality coffee. It has become a classic in the area, with the aroma of his roasted beans wafting through the streets. Café Villarias is a rare gem in Mexico City, a fragrant dream that withstands the test of time. Moving forward, we arrive at Café La Habana in the Juárez neighborhood. Not only is it one of the oldest cafes, but it's also one of the most famous. It is said that Fidel Castro and Che Guevara planned the Cuban Revolution at this very place. Inaugurated in 1950, Café La Habana was a favorite among historical and literary figures in Latin American culture. Next, we have Café X, also known as La Casa del Café, located on Roldan Street. Here, you'll find coffee beans sourced from Veracruz, Chiapas, and Oaxaca. Café X retains the characteristics of early 20th century cafeterias. Their display cases showcase various ground coffees available in bulk. Let's not forget Café Baghdad, situated in Plaza Juan José Vaz, at the heart of the Merced neighborhood. Their menu offers Mexican breakfasts that you can enjoy with a delicious sweet bread. The building itself dates back to the 1700s. Although it opened as a cafe in the 1950s. It's the ideal place to experience the timeless tradition of coffee and the city. Now let's discover Café Rio, founded in 1961. It's one of the oldest cafes and resists the passage of time in downtown Mexico City. It served as a filming location for the movie El Mar Muerto, and in addition to coffee, offers traditional Lebanese sweets that pay homage to the Lebanese migration to this country. Last, but certainly not least, we have Café Gran Premio, a portal to the past and charm of the yesteryear. Its furniture consists of metal chairs and tables that were in vogue in the 1950s. Inaugurated in 1965, this cafe serves coffee in the classic Veracruz milk style. And that wraps up our tour of some of the most iconic and historic coffee shops in Mexico City. Whether you're a coffee lover or simply appreciate the rich cultural heritage, these cafes are a must visit. Come join me, Juan Carlos, on the next episode of Feedback Learnex as we explore more exciting topics. Until then, keep learning and keep exploring.